good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Sorry about the noise, but it is the noise of joy and the noise of progress. We are in the middle of South Campus. They're starting to put in the insulation in the roof, and then they're going to hang a gypsum board ceiling below that, and then they're beginning to put in the drop ceiling below that. They're beginning to get paint on the walls. The air conditioning systems are going in. Before long, they'll be putting the floorings in. We are working very hard, and we will be here on Easter Sunday morning. So we will excuse the noise. I just wanted to share all of this excitement with you this morning. Right now, I want to take you back to a little subject called diligence. Now, the world teaches us that you can be lazy and get ahead. Even Christianity today writes books like Effortless Success, and you don't need to work hard to get ahead. And people really buy into this because forgive me, laziness is a temptation. That's why people buy into it. But the Bible teaches us that if you're going to get ahead in life, you have to be diligent. You have to work hard. Let me teach you 2 verses on diligence today. How do you recognize the diligent? Well, there's 2 ways. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24, diligent hands will rule. Now, lazy people may temporarily hold a position, but in the end, the diligent hand will always rule. If you want promotions in life, if you want to be the boss, if you want to get ahead in your career, you show up early, you go home late, and you work hard all day long. The diligent hand will rule. That is a promise of God. How do you recognize a diligent man? Verse 27, the lazy man does not roast his game, but the diligent man prizes his possessions. A lazy man doesn't take care of anything he has. Too often we go to job interviews and we take psychological examinations when really, if a person really wanted to know who you are, they'd come to your house and look around your house. Do you polish your shoes? Is your house maintained? Are the walls painted? Are the dishes done? Is the floor clean? A diligent person takes pride in his possessions. A diligent man takes care of everything God has given him. A lazy man, because he hasn't had to work for it. Let me say that again. A lazy man, because he hasn't had to work for it, somebody just gave it to him, never really prizes his possessions. Now, the converse of all this is laziness. Laziness does not roast its own game, and laziness, verse 24, ends in slave labor. Now, it may not begin in slave labor, but it ends in slave labor. Just the other week, I was teaching young men and young women about how to choose a partner for life, how to make a decision of who to court. And I told the young ladies, you don't want to marry a rich guy, because if he's a rich guy from a rich family, he's probably never had to work that hard. Now, there are exceptions to that. You want to marry a young man who's a hard worker. You want to marry a young man who's going to get rich. You see, a man that will work hard will rule. A man that will work hard will prosper. The diligent hand produces wealth, the Bible says. But a lazy man, he may start in wealth, but he ends as a common employee. Diligent hands rule. Diligent hands take care of all their possessions.